Morgan Burnett hadn't made a single interception this season, but today against the Vikings, the Packers' free safety made 2, and it changed the momentum of the game. The first came at the start of the second half as the Vikings held on to a 14-10 lead. Christian Ponder scrambled on a 2nd and 6 play, and Burnett was at the right place at the right time. Then Burnett would do it again towards the end of the third quarter, and these 2 picks negated the outstanding performance of Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, who had his best rushing performance since getting injured almost a year ago. Nick O'Brien has this report from Lambeau Field on Burnett's big day.
The Packers got their confidence back after a big divisional win against Minnesota. The offense came out strong but became stagnant soon after. Trailing 14-10 to start the third quarter, the defense allowed Minnesota to get down deep into Packers territory, but then Morgan Burnett did just what the team needed.
That was a momentum change for us, and I feel it was real big for us as a team, and that's when we really got rolling at all phases of the game.
I thought Morgan Burnett's interception in the third quarter in Anzo was probably the key play of the game.
The offense then put together a 6-minute drive that ended with a recent rarity, a Mason Crosby 47-yard field goal. Burnett wasn't done, however. His second interception of the day came at the end of the third quarter, which led to an 11-minute drive and another Crosby field goal.
Yeah, that was big. Like I say, anytime you could get a turnover and help your offense out, give your offense an extra possession, that really helps out a lot. And like I say, we did a great job of getting turnovers, and the offense did a great job of protecting the balls, So anytime you win the turnover battle, your chances of winning pretty high.
The Packers have now won 10 consecutive divisional games, and with Chicago losing to Seattle, the NFC North playoff race keeps getting tighter by the game. The Packers are back here in Green Bay next week for another divisional game against Detroit. From Lambeau Field, I'm Nick O'Brien, Newsline 9 Sports.
The Bears hosted the Seahawks, looking to maintain its top spot in the NFC North. We'll go straight to the closing seconds of the fourth. Robbie Gould hitting a 56-yard field goal to tie the game at 17, and we head into overtime. A touchdown can end the game, and the Seahawks can get the ball first. They do. Former Badgers QB Russell Wilson waits for his target, finds Sidney Rice, who takes a hard hit while scoring the game-winning touchdown. So with this Bears loss, Green Bay is now at the top of the NFC North. The other big football news in the state of Wisconsin is the Badgers, who are returning to the Rose Bowl for the 3rd straight year after winning the Big Ten title last night. Monte Ball played a huge role in the blowout victory over Nebraska, scoring 3 touchdowns and rushing for over 200 yards. The running back decided to come back to the Badgers after last year's Rose Bowl when they lost to Oregon. Since then, he's broken several records, including the NCAA career touchdown mark. Head coach Brett Bielema says getting to Pasadena has been the goal all along, and Ball has played a huge part in that.
Just as a collective group, I think when Monty made the decision to come back and spoke up last year in the Rose Bowl locker room, we all knew we'd want to get back to Pasadena. He expressed the desire to stay for a senior year and make that happen. And when he did that, I think it spoke volumes to all the people around him. I think it's a true indicator of what kind of man you have. We all know he's a good player, but he's an incredible human being.
We'll let the countdown to the Rose Bowl begin. Another week of high school sports in the books. We've seen overtime victories and clutch 3-point shots. The question is, did those plays make our top 5 list this week? Let's find out. Starting at number 5, Altoona hosting Marshfield in girls basketball Thursday night, and Caitlin McKellis finds Ellie Comer for the open 3, gives the Tigers a 6-point lead, and Marshfield would dominate 60-34. At number 4, we head to Wausau West for some boys wrestling. Junior Travis Headings won his match against DeForest High School by pin in the 152-pound weight class. Wausau West dominated this meet, which featured wrestlers from 6 different schools across Wisconsin. Number 3, boys basketball, Wausau East against Wausau West. Closing seconds, East down by 3. Conrad Felton finds Cole Nelson, and he'll come off the screen and steps through, launches the 3. It goes down. We're headed to overtime, tied at 43. More from this game in a bit. Number 2, boys ice hockey, Wausau West visiting Chippewa Falls. First period, Warriors start hot. Just over a minute in, and Drew Pearson fires and scores the power play goal. West leads 1-0 early, and the Warriors would win 9-0. And the top high school play of the week, back to East versus West basketball. Conrad Felton again pulling it from 3 here to give East the lead and never look back. Felton had 22 points on the night. Lumberjacks beat Wausau West 53-45. And just a couple of notes from this past weekend. Stevens Point ice hockey won, and also today, Badgers basketball defeated previously unbeaten California.
A good week for the Badgers.
Yeah, a good week for Wisconsin sports overall, I would say, with the Bears loss and the Packers win. There's a lot of positivity going on in Wisconsin sports.
Happy Wisconsin football fans, always a good thing.
And now the long wait to the Rose Bowl begins. It's a long time till we see the Badgers play football again, so I guess we'll have to pass the time by buying those T-shirts that we saw earlier.
I like it, yeah.
All right, thanks, David.